Hello and welcome. My name is Nnamdi Agoha, and I help people attain fluency or reach fluency in French and English in order for them to become great speakers of the language. Before I start, I want to define fluency. What is fluency, or how do we attain fluency in any of these languages? Let me define fluency first. Fluency is your ability to speak a language smoothly without hesitating or stopping every now and again. How do you get to that level? How do you get to the level of speaking a language smoothly without hesitating? A lot of people ask me this. How can I do that? It's not very easy. It is not very easy. When I arrived in France, for example, when I started to learn French, I had these problems of fluency because I started learning the language through the books. But before I go further, I want to tell you there are two sides to fluency. There's the mental and the physical. So now I want to focus my attention on the mental side of fluency. First of all, our brain is the storehouse of information. Most of the things we do on this planet is through our brains. The information we store in the brain helps us to move ahead. And language is not an exception. And that's why we study the language in order to know the patterns of the language. Every language has a pattern, and by studying, you get to know the patterns of the language. You study the vocabulary, you study the grammar, the syntax, how words are placed in a sentence, in order for you to retrieve this information when you need them. That is why you need your head when you study a language. But studies have shown that studying alone is not enough for you to become fluent in a language. When you study a language, it has a tendency to slow your speaking down and invariably reduce your fluency of the language. When we learn languages through other means, the physical part of it, it gives us a better opportunity to speak the language. But there I will come later on the physical aspect, what you need to do. Mental speaking or mental reading or storing information in your head is very, very important, because you don't need to carry the books everywhere you go. You just study the rules, store them here, and then use your head anywhere you are and retrieve the information as quick and as soon as you need them. But the problem is, when you study the information in your head, we all have a tendency to be a little slow when we need the information to express ourselves. And that's the big problem when we study language through the books. So it's very, very good to study, but that's not the best way to fluency. In my next video, I will tell you what physical fluency is and how you can attain it, and what I did to speak French fluently. Parce que je parle la langue française de manière fluide, étant donné que ça fait des années que j'y habite en France, et donc j'essaye d'apprendre la langue et de parler la langue française de manière correcte et fluide. So I will tell you what to do to become fluent, to attain fluency in French or in English. After all, that is the essence of learning a language. Fluency is a mental and a physical activity. I've just told you that what you need to do in the mental aspect. You study, you retrieve the information when you need them. On the physical front, in my next video, I will tell you what to do in order for you to become very fluent. And until next time, please keep speaking up.